Hello everyone. Today I'll show you a very simple solution that will help you save battery life. It'll save a lot of battery life, but without affecting your smartphone's performance. What I mean is, if you go to the standard settings, you'll see different modes you can switch between in the battery section. Right now, I'm in performance mode, but you can, for example, set it to balanced battery saving or even ultra battery saving. We won't bother with that. We'll leave it at maximum performance, but we'll double-check certain settings that significantly impact your battery life. It often happens that when you buy a new smartphone, it holds its charge very well, but after 2 or 3 months, you notice that your phone doesn't even last a day. I'll show you some very simple, important settings now. Be sure to give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, and share with your friends. So, watch this, you need to find your own safety. If you can't find it, search for the settings in your standard settings. Go to Security, and scroll down to find this little drop-down, Data Transfer. Next, find Internet Data Transfer. And here you'll see a list of apps. These are all the apps on your smartphone. Here, in order, is the mobile data connection, meaning a constant connection. So, if you're using mobile data and have the slider like this enabled, the app can interact with your internet whenever it wants. For example, it can send some data, request updates from its servers, or simply share your app usage. This interaction happens several times a day for each app. Imagine, for example, that I have 114 apps listed here. So, if they were all enabled, each one would send some information about 500 times a day. Of course, you need to disable all of this. Then, on Wi-Fi, disable it as much as possible. If, of course, there are any apps that rely heavily on the internet, like instant messaging apps, you can leave them on. Now, the most important thing is to go to the 3 dots and tap Auto Start in background. All the same apps will appear here, but they'll also launch automatically and run in the background even when you're not using them. Consequently, the more apps you have enabled this way, they'll show up below, you see, the faster your battery will drain. By the way, you might want to double-check everything you download from the Google Play Store. Of course, you need to disable all of this so your battery doesn't just drain unnecessarily, and your phone will have much better battery life throughout the workday.